Tessa Enchantress Oracle. And 2022, the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022. And all the numbers, all these twos, look at them all. 10 twos is what I get. Don't know what you get when you put your numbers together. But what I see is there's personal secrets, personal struggles. There's, you've got to find a way to make things easier for yourself, basically, is what I'm seeing there. It's like, as a friend said to me the other day, go for a walk in the sun. It's like, go and do what it is you need to do. Maybe you need to go on a trip. Maybe you need to get out of the house. Maybe you need to go and talk to some friends. Maybe, you know, you've got to do something that's just going to make things easier for you at the moment, because there's just so much harsh, heavy energy going on, because it's like there's that big spiritual war going on. So those who are really sensitive, and this is going to make you really psychic this day too. So whoever is a 22 or a 2 or a 4 or 8, 6s are affected by this as well, or your even numbers. It's like the psychic abilities are going to be so strong. It's like that veil is just separating, and you can see so much, feel so much, know so much. You can smell it, you can taste it, you can, you know, whatever it is for you. Maybe you're a multitude of all the clairs, you know, however it goes for you. All right. It's just going to be really intense on this day. And you'll probably find that it becomes more intense more often. It's like that awareness is there. And the more aware you become, the more aware you become. Pretty simple, isn't it? You don't have to be sophisticated with that one. Now, I've also got other notes here. And it's like, so there's the God of your heart and the goddess of your heart. And it feels to me like you've got to open up. There's that big trust issue, which really, you know, can really be detrimental to your health. And it feels like you've really got to open up. And this is everyone. This isn't just, you know, one person, just, you know, whether you're born on the 22nd or what. But, you know, if you're listening to this, this does apply to you. And happy birthday, Corios, because I did say that I would do you a reading. So part of this is mostly for you. Other people, you will understand and pick up, you know, what is there for you as well. Okay, so don't be disheartened. It is for everyone, but a special happy birthday to Corios. Okay, so 2022's the comparison. It's like you've got to accept yourself for who you are. You know, you can't go thinking that everyone else is better than you, because hey, guess what? Maybe they're not. You know, and that's okay. They are who they are. You are who you are. You just got to be yourself and accept that. It just feels to me that, you know, throughout life, we just get so caught up in thinking that we're not good enough and that everyone else is just so right and so perfect and so whatever. And it's like, no, they're not. You know, let go of that God of perfectionism, you know. It's like people do have an opinion, and it's like they're entitled to their opinion. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it wrong. You're entitled to yours too. Now, I'm also feeling that you've got to have discipline. The 22s are very, they do have their own inner discipline, that their own standards that they live up to. And that is going to have such an impact at the moment. It's a case of, for the next week or so, it's like you've got to be really, really careful on who you're around, the situations, because it just feels to me like you're going to be really, really sensitive. Careful with the, like, harsh environments, like try to avoid them. You know, if you know that you've got to go into something, just think of a way that, you know, it can be more fun or it can be lighter, you know, even if you can put it off, you know, until you feel right in yourself, you know, because sometimes we just don't, and that's okay. Lost a chain of thought then. gone. Discipline. There it is. 22s and their discipline. They do have with food, and it's like very strict usually on what they eat, and they usually know what they can and can't eat and when, and what they can and can't drink. And it's like when someone offers you something and you're like, you really just don't want it because you know that it's going to affect your body, say no. You know, you don't have to drink their poison. And their poison could be an emotional poison too. It could be like, you know, the poison of guilt, sabotage, you know, all those shame, all those type of things. It's like, you don't have to drink that. You don't have to take that on. Send it back. Return it to sender. Where consciousness is attached. That's an access consciousness thing. So I should put a link down below. But I've got my notes over here. Responsibility. 22s are really good at being responsible. It's like if you want something done, you expect something done, you know, you want someone to take control. It's like the 22s are quite happy to do that. Okay. Some of them will feel like, oh, I don't know enough. And it's like, well, yeah, maybe they do. You know, they usually have that inner knowing, like there's self-doubt and everything like that, but they have that inner knowing, that inner leader, basically. What else was some more other than the notes? Pleasing others. 22s and the 2s. Pleasing others. That has to stop. If you're doing that, or congratulations if you have stopped that. It's, yeah, pleasing others. It's just what 2s do. So when you got the 22, because it's a power number, you seem to do that quite well. And it's like, if that's part of your job, that's great if you're getting paid for it. But if you're getting walked on, that's not so great. Okay, now you're very helpful. 22s are extremely helpful. And they're happy to cooperate. It's like if you ask them for help, they're there. You know, sometimes you don't even have to ask for help. Other times, you know, it's like if they can see that there's a situation coming up, they'll jump in. Now, they're easily hurt, and it feels like to me on the 22nd of February, it's like there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings that they'll be covering up. And it's a case of, well, you know, just shine your light, be you. And the more you being you, it's like, yeah, it's like everyone's strange. We're all mad here. It's that simple. You know, the whole world's mad, you know. And we're just part of it. So just enjoy it, you know. I'm getting here landowners and the government. It feels to me like the oppression is like really coming down. And it's like the government is just, trying to do the big takeover, and this doesn't matter which country you live in, because it's all happening all over the world at the moment, isn't it? And just do what you can to rebel in your own way, you know, stand up for your rights in your own way, whichever way you can. You know, maybe that is out there holding a flag, maybe it is signing a petition, maybe it is, you know, doing what it is that you have to do, you know, speaking up, saying no. Yeah. But 22s have that streak in them, that they like their structure, they like their routine, and they can be easily angered. And if they get easily angered, they can do some damage. Now, whether that's a good damage or a bad damage, just depending on, you know, what goes on, they've got to try and keep their temper and let their temper out in a more positive way, rather than a way that's detrimental to themselves and somebody else. Because they're a power number, everything's really intense for them, okay? And they'll have lots and lots and lots of experiences, whereas, you know, most people probably have, you know, meet someone special, get married, you know, pop out a couple kids, and, you know, eventually later on in life, they might get married twice, 3 times, you know, that's about it. Whereas a 22, they can have that all happen 3, 4 times. They can have different things like, you know, jobs. It's like they can have 30-something jobs. It's like every 2.5 years, it's like the 22s experience life all over again. It's like they restart. And if you're a 22, you probably find that you need more in your life. If you start getting bored, add something. If you've, like it could be, you know, starting up another hobby, another interest, you know, researching something else, whatever it is that you need to do to keep your mind occupied and keep yourself busy. And it's a lot of people say, you know, thinking's no good and all that sort of stuff. But if you've got your mind going to learn something, use it. You know, if you've got that excess energy, learn something new. You know, use it in a positive way. It's all good as long as you're using it in a positive way. That's the most important thing. And I'm getting here to, on the 22nd, don't make any judgments. Everyone's struggling. Everyone's doing their best. And it's like, how can you make something easier for somebody else? You know, shine your light. Be you. Okay? I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. Is there romance? Romance. Yes and no. It's like if you're in a relationship, it feels to me like there's going to be struggles. You do need to talk it out. Don't take to heart what the other person's, they may have made a offhanded comment. And it's like, don't take that to heart. It just feels like things are just going to get blown out of proportion. And it's like, it doesn't need to be. Just sit down if you can and talk about it. Bite your tongue if you have to. But try and talk about it rather than just fly off the handle. It's not a day for flying off the handle. It's not a day for making judgments. People all have their reasons why they've done something. You just need to find out what that reason is before you just sort of jump off the deep end and go, they don't want to hear it. They don't need to hear it. And that would really put the relationship backwards too much. So think of a really positive way or something you could do that's really nice for them so that they feel loved and appreciated, so that certain situations like that don't arise. If you're looking for love, it feels to me like destiny is starting to unfold. So you'll be in the right place at the right time, and be open for different experiences. You know, it's like, because you're always getting ready to be ready, to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. And it's like you'll attract rather than go chase. You don't need to go chase, just attract. Let them come to you, and they will. That's a lot of law of attraction stuff, but, you know, you've probably researched it. You're probably doing your own thing. So it's like, keep it up, you know. What else is there? Money with 22s. 22s, they can be really stingy with money, or they can be really generous. Just depends. They have this ability where they can accumulate stuff and collect things. And whether it's collecting money, land, bits and pieces, whatever it is that they collect, they feel like they haven't got enough. They could have a million billion things that they've collected, and it's like, no, they'll still want one more because that's not something they've got. What else? Think of, they're honest and faithful. Now, at least the ones I know of. So the 22s, their nervous system can't take being dishonest, so it really doesn't suit them at all. But they are power numbers. So yeah, I hope that helps you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and happy birthday, all you 22s, and especially Corios X. I think that's how I pronounce it. Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, thank you. Ciao. Thanks for watching.